All right. Hello, everyone. We're local realtors in the Hampton Roads area, and a lot of people ask, how do we become such experts in the real estate industry in this area? We're local agents in this area, of course. The military brought us here, so we're just going to kind of touch on some of the things that makes us unique in this area. So, say.
Well, like for me, I moved here back in 2012. Me and my wife was looking for a home, and well, I wasn't getting stationed. I wasn't coming in the area until late 2012, like December time frame. But also, my wife was already here, and she was renting an apartment. So I came down probably around July time frame to go start looking at homes, and I noticed like they were building a lot of new construction homes in the area. So from there, that's what we went towards, going towards the new construction.
And it kind of the same thing happened for me. You know, we were stationed in Washington State, and the move kept creeping up on us pretty fast. So we figured like, okay, we need to find a place to live, and we need to find it fast. So around 2011, we started looking, and I came here for a visit and doing some stuff in the shipyards, of course, with the ship coming in. And I scouted this area. I scouted, many areas in Suffolk area because I like the Suffolk area. And we came across a new construction site as well. It gave us a lot of what we wanted. So that made our choice pretty easy for us too. So kind of same scenario. So,
I understand that because like the same for us, like we were scouting and like looking at some older homes, looking at like I said, looking at new construction. And one of the things was when we looked at one of the new constructions, it was like in the middle of the process because I know some builders when they build in construction, they already have plans like this is what they're gonna do, this is how they're gonna do it, this is what they're gonna put in.
yeah.
And luckily for us, like you said for yours, like our builder was when we got there, because we got there right in the middle of the phase when it was building, we got a chance to pick out a lot of the stuff what we want. I even got them adding in closets that supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that helped. That was a lot. And one of the realtor we was working with was actually helping us out a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was actually, I thought the process was going to be easy, but it was. We did go through some little hiccups down the way, but he got well, we got it done. But it's like some things we actually had to go through. It's just majority of it was like the paperwork, getting the paperwork to
Yeah.
us because I wasn't in the area, but my wife was,
Yeah.
and back then a lot of stuff wasn't electronic like it is now, and I don't think a lot of people understand.
Oh.
None of that.
Oh, that electronic stuff that e-signature stuff is fire now. So, you know. hmm Well, you talked about phase one, man, getting into these new constructions in phase one. I always like phase one, man. Phase one is nice.
Yes.
So in phase one, you may get a washer, you may get a dryer, you may get a refrigerator. You're probably gonna get the built-in microwave, stove, and all that. But as they go into these phases, so I was fortunate enough to get in phase one too.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice. So you got into what
Well,
phase?
phase one. I got in like right in the half of phase one, but they didn't do the countertops and nothing like that already. So we got the chance to pick the countertops, the colors of the cabinets. The only thing I think I couldn't, they already had bought the flooring for the home. I had a chance to. The builder did give me a chance to like, if you want to change it. But
Yeah.
happy wife, happy life. She loved the floors, so that's what we went with.
Floors is nice. You always got to get good floors, man. Everybody want good floors. And yeah, so you got into phase one. I got into phase one. We negotiated a lot of things like wiring for the TVs. What else? Some things, different kind of countertops and cabinets and stuff like that, of course. And we put the earnest money down. I believe our earnest money was around maybe $500.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, every builder is different with the earnest money because mine was like mine was $2,500 down.
Wow.
For the earnest money.
Yeah.
I mean, it was worth it because I ended up getting it back at the end anyway. Because usually when, like you say, with new constructions, the builders actually pay for your closing costs. So basically, I got that back, or my earnest money back, and then some because of the bank credits and stuff like that.
It was nice coming into new construction after the crash in 2008 because we went through that.
Yeah.
I went through that as a homeowner in 2008, 2009. It was really scary. So I ended up having to rent the house out. So I really had to hold that house and rent it until we were able to get in here, and then I was able to really negotiate the value of that house and get into new construction. So that was heavy, you know, it was a lot going in, coming out of the crash. So a lot of new policy was getting developed with these new construction, more earnest money deposit, more background checks,
yes,
and more things like that getting into new construction. And a lot of those laws are in place right now with the new construction as well, too, and real estate in general, you know.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you had to do when it come to right before closing on your new house?
All right, so right before closing, you know, after you get your stuff, as long as you're clear with your lender, everything's clear with your lender. One of the things we had to do, we had to watch some of the things we do, like my wife at first didn't understand about, oh, we need to go buy a new refrigerator. We need to go do this. We need to go do that, buy this. I'm like, but we had to wait towards the end of closing.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't here yet, because I haven't got here yet.
Yeah.
So I talked to my realtor a lot and trying to figure out, like, okay, what's our next move? Because I'm doing everything remotely from Mississippi, even though my wife is here, but I'm doing majority of stuff remotely from Mississippi. And so contacting my realtor was huge. It was huge contacting him. And trying to help him stay on top of things. He actually stayed on top of my lender too on certain things that kept me going and gave me ease on some things, you know. So, and just the transitioning here from Mississippi to here, you know, everything was actually pretty laid out. He already had everything laid out and everything like that. And so, and that was the greatest part about it. And like now, like today, Zoom.
Oh, wow.
Google Meet.
Oh, man. Hey, if we had all that, because you say you was in Mississippi, I was in Washington State, and I had to drive all the way across country with a family, 2 vehicles, pulling another vehicle, kids, man. And then you got to come in there and get in the house, and then you had to move. Then I had to get on the airplane and fly to a place called Diego Garcia and stay there for 8 months after getting them settled in for 30 days.
Yes.
So that, I mean, we had to power through so much, you know, but at the end of the day, we're still in the same home that we bought in 2012. We have a tremendous amount of equity, of course, in these homes, so it was worth every bit of that new construction vibe. It was a pleasant experience overall for you, and it was good for me, and we both had good seasoned real estate agents. It makes a difference. It makes a difference, man.
That made a huge difference. And like today, the way we could do some things is dealing with like when people see homes that's coming into the area. We can do FaceTime now. You can do they got FaceTime Duo. And other little things you can do, actually walking through the home and actually sitting there watching the process as it goes along. And you don't have to worry about getting here to do certain things or get certain things happening, because a lot of stuff you can sign electronically. But the only thing you can't sign electronically is when you at the closing. There actually had to be a wet signature now. So
and proof of life.
Proof of life. Yes.
Proof of life.
Because you had that. Didn't you have that?
Oh
yes,
man, that was a crazy day. So what happened was I was on the ship, and my wife flew all the way from Washington State here. She's at the signing table, and they said, "Well, we have to talk to Claude now, you know, because." You know, you're about to sign, we need proof of life. So I called, I said, I'm on the phone, I'm talking to you right now. That's not good enough. We need an email from your military email. So I was all the way to the parking lot. I had to walk all the way back to the ship, all the way to the O3 level. So you military people know the O3 level, and send an email from my government email for proof of life and call at the same time. So we understand what it takes to move from a military family to get them settled in here. Those two phenomenal things that we've done in the past to get our family settled in was tough, but it was worth it in the long run. You know, it was very much worth it. You know, so.
And that's like for me, because when we're signing the documents, like I said, I was still in Mississippi, so they actually sent me overnight the documents to me 2 days before closing. Before we could actually close on time. And so, I mean, they got it overnight. I signed it. So what I end up doing now is I signed it, then I scanned it, emailed it to them, and I send it in because they still need to see my wet signature. So when I send it back, they got it back overnight. So we closed on the Friday. I got it Wednesday. I still was able to close on that Friday. So that was a good thing.
Well, like we talked, that e-signature is big now.
Yeah.
But the communication, we talked about the communication between your lender, your agent, and you. That triangle right there of that communication triangle is so important.
Yes.
Because when it comes to, we see it all the time. The lender and the agent is not communicating properly, things could go south really, really quick.
Yes, real quick.
So, and we know that, and we prevent that all the time. And one more, the title company.
Yes.
Wow. So between all of us, as we get down to that pinch and that new construction, the closing where we were at, the title company will send you an email, the lender sending you an email, you know, the agent sending you an email, and all this information is being transferred back and forth amongst everybody. But that's where we come in at, and we keep that communication box tight.
Yes, tight. Yeah, we try
really,
to usually
really
try to keep it on like one. Everybody's on the same email, so when the email go out, everybody have the same information, and that's key because everybody's on the same page and know what's going on, and so that's actually key, especially transitioning, coming from a whole nother state and trying to figure out like what's your next move, and also, if you're not from this area, never been here before, having a good realtor is key also on that, because it puts you in the right area which you need to be at. If you're not here to see it for yourself, because like now is like, a lot of people actually never been in this area, is going through homes and realtors walking through their homes for them. And one thing I always say is, when you're going into, you trying to get a home in a certain area, I always say do the research of your area for yourself. Also, and have your realtor do the research for you and give you what he sees or what he or she sees. So.
Now, for me and you, of course, we're not going to take a deep dive into, go to this school here, go to that. We're going to send you links to go look at these things yourself, and you decide what school you want your kids to go to, what area you want to live in. We're going to just give you total access to, and be aware that these new construction areas, they're building them here, they're doing here, they're drawing really good tax dollars to probably benefit those schools and increase the area and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that they get into great new construction, new subdivision as we did, because that experience is phenomenal.
Yes, it is. That experience is phenomenal. And like right now in the Hampton roads, they building all over. I mean, you got in the 7 cities, you come in the 7 cities, Hampton, Newport News, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, they all over the area now building new construction, and they started going up right now. So, I mean,
prices are going up, but and that's good and bad at the same time, because you know you're getting a quality product, but at the same time, you don't have the luxury of waiting for so long of deciding on multiple homes as we did.
Yes.
Because when we got here, how many new developments were happening at the same time?
It was a few. It was quite a few. Yes.
So we had some good choices. How was your first year in your house, man? I mean,
my first year in the house. I can say this is one thing about new construction. First moving in, you're gonna have your little tweaks because everything's selling. You know, the little nail pop out. I didn't know what that was at first, but with new construction, you do have that warranty, and you got the punch list. And I know a lot of people don't understand the punch list, but you got your 3-month punch list and you got your year out punch list, right? So the 3-month, like we caught like a little nail popped out and stuff like that, and they came back, they fixed all that, everything was great. And right towards the year, right before the year ends, I think we did a home inspection 3 months before our warranty was up, and that was a game changer, because we found a lot of stuff. Because new construction, you're gonna find things. So like we had a couple things that they came back out. They redid our floors. They redid. One of the things they had to do was under our house, one of the joists on our home, it had cracked. Never knew that until we had got our home inspection, cracked. So they replaced that whole little joist beam under the house, and brand new. And that's basically, actually, I only really had bad on new construction that came up, but. I'm telling everybody, regardless if you get a new construction, like if some people say waive the home inspection in the beginning. Yes, I agree with that, but at the end you still need to get one, and because as long as you got that punch list, as long as you got that punch list, you get your punch list from that home inspector, and you turn it in back into the builders. and then they can come back out and fix everything that was wrong with the home from that
And you
time
did
frame.
yours 90 days out.
Yeah, 90 days out.
And that's what I'm selling, clients to, 90 days out. There's quite a few home inspection companies that we like to use and we refer to that we're comfortable with.
Yes.
And they take their time and they explain to clients, hey, this is this. And you get to follow these guys around. You get to look, and I don't recommend you crawling under the house with them, but you get to follow these guys around and you get to ask direct questions like, this is what we're trying to do. This is that. And they can give you those good answers and good solid feedback from what you got to do. So you submit this list to the builder, of course. The builder comes out, does his thing, get those things corrected up to code.
Up to code, yes.
If it's at code, the builder will let you know this is code.
Yeah.
We're not going to revamp this thing. So I don't want you to think that you're going to just have them revamp your whole house because But if it's at code, the builder is going to leave it alone.
And usually with that home warranty, when you get your packet at the end, it covers a lot of things. Like my HVAC system was good for cover up to 10 years. What else I had? I had the stove and stuff they had for me. It was covering like 4 years. They already paid for that, and that's one of the things we had to. Me and my wife, we actually sit down. We went through everything, all our warranties and everything like that, and we wrote. Actually, we got a little chart on our computer that when warranty's running out.
Yes, for your stove, your microwave,
all that.
washer, dryer, you have and you typically leave those books when you move in the kitchen drawer.
Yes.
Hey, all your books and your extra keys are in here. You know what I mean? And you talked about home warranties. So at the end of that year, that builder's warranty is gone, right?
Yes.
So you need to pick up a home warranty program from there on.
Yes.
So it typically runs you around $50 a month, somewhere around there, right? So what I have on mine, I have a specific company that I use for me. I've been with them for years, and they've not failed me yet. So you have your home insurance, and then you have your home warranty. So typically, if something breaks, they come out and fix it, and they charge you a flat rate.
Yes, and usually flat rates all depends on what you actually your plan is. Your plan is like for me last year, my dishwasher went out. Didn't realize they don't make that model no more. So guess what you think happened? They gave me a brand new dishwasher.
Brand new dishwasher, for sure, man. And you always want to keep that home warranty program going, and to make sure that you are in close contact. And they also have a servicing plan with that. So in the off season, you contact your home warranty company and you pay for the servicing. They'll come out and service your HVAC system to make sure. So if it's getting serviced by them and it's getting fixed by them, then you're in close contact with your home warranty company, and there's no unknowns.
Yes.
You know how you fully are covered when it comes to your home warranty. You know how you're covered from top to bottom.
Yes.
So if something breaks, you know exactly because a lot of people don't know that. And what happens when something breaks?
You got to spend more money.
You panic, man. They panic.
You panic and spend more money.
And what's the first call? Who's the first call that people call when they stuff break and they don't know what to do?
Oh, they call their relative. Yes, that's true. They call it, hey, this broken.
Well, where's the home warranty numbers? Well, I had the packet somewhere. It's in the drawer. I mean, like you said, put those numbers on your refrigerator.
That's what I did.
Put it on your refrigerator. So when these things break, you just go right to the fridge. Okay, I need to call this number for this.
Yes.
I need to call this number for that. So you know what to do, because if a storm come in or whatever and you lose power goes out, this thing shorts out, you gotta have the quick access, because you're not going to be in the right frame of mind when those things happen. You're not going to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah. I mean, like we were saying about the new construction though, they you have a home warranty for the year. They basically, the builder paid for the home warranty for the year.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's good to get your own home warranty after that year runs out.
Yeah.
And being in the Hampton Roads area, like we're saying, new construction is going up every day. and it's different areas. And I'm thinking like next video we might do is walk through a couple of these homes, new construction, so y'all guys can see them.
Walk through, and then we'll cover some things about moisture in the home and termite and moisture and all this other stuff. We'll talk about some property inspection reports. We'll talk about, so stay tuned. We got a whole host of things that we're going to bring it to you from the couch.
Yeah, from the couch.
From the couch.
Don't mind the Dallas Cowboys.
So we'll figure all that out in the long run. So, but I mean, I think we covered everything so much from the home, from the new home perspective. We're going to look at, tour this whole area, all 7 cities.
Yes.
See where new construction is coming up at. And this area is going to be vibrant for a long time. So we'll be having a lot to touch on in the future.
Yes.
So, all right.
And remember, when you transition here, you got me and Claude. Well, I'm Cedric. That's Claude. And you got us. And trust we know transition here sometimes transition different places can be very difficult.
It's tough.
Yes. If you transition to the Hampton Roads area, hey, don't be afraid. You can hit us up. Hit us up.
Yeah. And based on our experience, we have about 56 years of military experience in moving and transitioning and PCS and however you want to call it, whatever branch of service you're in, we know what to do.
Yes.
When it comes to getting your family here, getting them settled in, and making sure you know exactly how to budget your finances to move here and get your family in secured quick. So hit us up.
Yep. Y'all have a good one.
All right.